Well, it's interesting the way you put your drink down in the same place every time, and the way you wear your hat. Your voice is like a symphony. I hear shades of East St. Louis, man, I don't know how I could keep from digging that. But after all is said and done, and I know it never is, but for the sake of us who brought you to where you are, what I'd really like to know, my friend, is where'd you get that very small guitar? Well, I like that song you sang about your cousin with the eye patch and the jokes he played on the next door neighbor's kids. The stuff people get away with never ceases to amaze me, and oh yeah, I like the one about the katydids. Well, I always thought they'd bite you, guess that's just an old wives' tale, but there's a limit to what you can learn hanging out in a bar. And I'm sure there's more where those came from, but where'd you get that very small guitar? Well, it's not a ukulele, I've seen ukuleles before. What you're playing has 6 strings, ukuleles just have 4. And it would ease our minds considerably if you'd explain about that very small guitar. Yeah, meanwhile back in Kansas on the 4th of January in the year of our Lord 1988, not yet 21 years old, no reason to be anywhere, and abandoned on a nighttime interstate. The cold came slicing through me like a simile from God. I stood pondering a night so full of stars, and I came up short on that one too, which brings me to your very small guitar. It's not a ukulele, I've seen ukuleles before. What you're playing has 6 strings, ukuleles just have 4. And it would ease our minds considerably if you'd explain about that very small guitar. You probably don't recall the night in Corpus Christi, Texas, when present, past, and future came to a head. Maybe that's just me, I must confess to certain tendencies of mixing myself up with books I read. Calendars blew off the wall, newspaper headlines spun like when old movies try to show how you got this far. Well, I'm frozen there in black and white, eyes fixed upon that small guitar. Well, I know your life's been hard, your story's written in your face. You can't pretend, and you can't get nothing back. But the sum of all your secrets has less mystery and value than a pulp dime novel in a drugstore rack. So button up your courage, lay all falsity to rest. If it helps, here's a 5 spot for your jar. Just play it for me one time straight. Where'd you get that very small guitar? Just play it for me one time straight, friend. Where'd you get that very small guitar?